Hey everybody, it's Sean Waters. Welcome back to the channel. So about a year and a half ago I posted this video on the one book I would read to start studying philosophy, and this one, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. And in that I kind of invited people to the first wisdom workshop that I had designed, and I was super excited. And now we're here more than a year and a half later, about to start cohort number 12. So I've run 11 and some other experimental cohorts on creativity since that time. Thought it would be a fun opportunity to go where we've been, kind of share the process so far, and hopefully share along what we've learned along the way. If you like the channel on this content, if you like the vision of this version, subscribe, like, it makes a big difference. Thank you so much. Why I love this book was that it introduces the question of quality. What makes a quality human life? What makes a quality piece of art or work? And how does our approach to those questions change the way we actually live? So when I started the Wisdom Workshop at the beginning of 2021, I was really curious about how this question about quality, what does it mean to live a quality human life, could be answered and asked, actually not answered, I take that back, could be asked in the perspective of other human beings in a small cohort-based learning environment. I figured that if we engaged real people in this question, what does it mean to live a quality life or a good life, and then we engaged in processes that would help us engage with that question, mainly mindful free writing, so that we develop our intrapersonal communication. With our interpersonal communication, we could do philosophy in meaningful ways. It's particularly relevant for people in midlife transition, people who are doing some kind of creative work or in the process of investigating or interested in self-investigation and self-study. I found that I created all of this awesome material. I spent a lot of energy in creating the right writing prompts and choosing the best texts that elicited this sense of exploration and life design, and doing this work about getting people engaged with this material together. And what was surprising is that it wasn't the people's engagement with the material or even the people's engagement with themselves that I thought would be so valuable, that was so valuable. What was so valuable was people's engagement with other people and the quality of having a tight-knit group of relative strangers that would not see each other again after the conclusion of 7 weeks was really magical and interesting in a way that I didn't expect and anticipate, and is kind of the ongoing magic of this process that I'm on of lifelong learning with other human beings. It's like what got brought to the surface was this interpersonal learning, how we learn from other people and how other people inform us about ourselves in an important way, but also the really therapeutic power of being with other human beings in a way that we don't really often get a chance to do very much. So I put all of these great materials together, selected the best books I could find, wrote pages and pages and pages and pages of material to try to get the best writing invitations to elicit the best from our participants. And what happened? People said, yeah, the material's really good. That was really nice. But what really made a difference to me was feeling seen in this group, like belonging in this learning group together, this community of people. That's what's going to stick with me. And the first time I heard that, I was like, that makes sense, because that was my experience as well. It was the people in the group that made a difference, not the books. It was that communication in real time on the Zoom calls between people, the tender, caring, interesting, curious things that were being shared really kind of blew me and everyone else away. So it was around the 3rd or 4th and 5th cohort when this pattern started repeating. It was like, yes, the material's great, but it's the interpersonal connections with people that are kind of like me, but also different from me, where we don't need to worry about getting into bad arguments about things, and instead we can just explore these really important questions. What does it mean to live a good life, and what does that mean to me right now, right here? Those questions are about our interpersonal relationships more than I previously suspected. Give a pause for the dump truck to empty our trash. Thank you.